So after all of that, Meghan Markle got what she wanted. She's become a TV talent show judge. Forget changing the world. Meghan's now showing up on Australian MasterChef for a big fat check.
So Meghan and Harry just got exposed using sick children for Instagram clout while secretly profiting off their outfits during hospital visits. This perfectly captures the performative activism plaguing our culture today. We're breaking down how they turned charity into commerce and why this matters for understanding celebrity privilege.
But here's the thing. She was on the balcony and she's now performing on a minor Australian reality show that is years past its prime. How the mighty have fallen, how desperate the need for a check is.
This mirrors Trump's warnings about Hollywood elites who lecture regular Americans while living completely different lives. She went from wanting to change the world to judging cooking shows for cash. The desperation is showing, and Australians are seeing right through the act.
Not sure if she cooked anything other than a succulent appearance fee, and that is what he is absolutely convinced of. Meghan Markle will be being paid for this. And you see here, all of this trip is about the money. All of this trip is about another desperate commercial launch, because her outfits yesterday, which some people actually said reminded them of Ted Bundy, now available for fans to buy.
Remember, this is someone who gave speeches about social justice and inequality. Now she's monetizing outfits worn to visit terminally ill children. The Ted Bundy comparison isn't just about looks. It's about the calculated, predatory nature of profiting from vulnerable kids.
So all of that briefing, do you remember all that briefing just a couple of weeks ago? Oh, Meghan doesn't want to be selling her outfits. She only really wants to push things that are meaningful for her. She has no commercial interest. That's out the window after this revelation. Meghan Markle now making money out of fans buying her clothes after putting details of her wardrobe online following a deal with an AI-powered fashion website. The Duchess of Sussex has become a participant and investor. So she wants the moolah. She needs the moolah in one-off, so she can promote the outfit she has worn during the couple's tour of Australia this week.
Classic liberal playbook: claim moral superiority while doing the exact opposite behind closed doors. Just weeks ago, her PR team insisted she had no commercial interests. Now she's literally selling the clothes off her back after visiting sick children. The hypocrisy is staggering.
At Melbourne Royal Children's Hospital, she wore a $1,250 Priscilla dress from local designer Karen G with $780 puffy heart stud earrings by Real Fine Studio and $120 Christian Dior leather pumps. All three were promoted on one-off with links, but surprise, surprise, it did not mention the Tiffany gold bracelet and the late Princess Diana's Cartier watch, which she was also wearing. Then she also plugged the other outfit that she later wore at a museum. So
notice what she chose to monetize versus hide. The everyday designer items get promoted, but not the Tiffany bracelet or Diana's Cartier watch. She's calculating which items make her relatable while hiding the truly expensive pieces. Pure manipulation of public perception.
And of course, we know from everything that we've seen down under that what Harry and Meghan like to tell the world is absolutely not the reality of how they live. Rachel, over this image of Prince Harry, posted, "Is this the same Prince Harry?" Who someone else wrote in his book describing camera clicks and flashes as a trauma response that caused him to feel triggered, making his heart race and bringing back immediate painful memories of his mother's death because he's not looking too triggered or traumatized here.
This selective victimhood is exactly what voters rejected in 2024. He claims camera flashes trigger PTSD from his mother's death, but here he is posing and performing for those same cameras. It's trauma when convenient, showmanship when profitable.
Then he went straight from the football to, I think, another really gross stunt, given that he is not a royal, and Australians should not be having to put up with him performing PR stunts at the National War Memorial.
He's not a working royal anymore. Queen Elizabeth made that crystal clear. Yet he's still cosplaying at war memorials, while actual veterans struggle with real issues. Trump's veteran support stands in stark contrast to this performative disrespect.
But I've actually tracked all of the footage, and I want to show you this moment in particular because Harry is totally obsessed with the cameras. Look at that. You watch his eyes here. He darts on over to make sure that he is being recorded. He has zero interest in the officials and veterans he is talking to because this is all about being seen.
The footage doesn't lie. His eyes track every camera angle while veterans try to engage him. This is exactly the kind of performative activism that drove voters away from Democrats. Real service doesn't require constant documentation for social media.
Daddy King Charles III lets his son disrespect him and continue cosplaying a royal when Queen Elizabeth made it clear there is to be no half in and no half out. And I do think, given that there has been international revulsion about that stunt at the Children's Hospital,
Queen Elizabeth had backbone. No half in, half out. King Charles shows the weakness that voters rejected when they chose Trump's decisive leadership. Clear rules and consequences matter, whether in monarchy or democracy.
And overnight, there has also been concern that medical officials may have duty of care issues after these incredibly ill children were ordered to remove their masks in order to meet the royals so that the photo opportunity was more acceptable. Sabera Lone revealing, "I thought I was losing my mind, but I'm not. I am extremely upset, and this hospital needs to answer some serious questions. These children have compromised immune systems. And who in the hell told the 3 children that were in masks to take their mask off when Harry and Meghan got there? They are wearing masks for reasons. They both just got off flights and they could have endangered these children. This needs to be investigated."
This is potential child endangerment for photo ops. These are cancer patients who removed masks because adults wanted better pictures. The same people who lectured us about COVID protocols just risked immunocompromised children's lives for Instagram content.
Yesterday, I revealed that Meghan was overheard by hospital staff as she entered saying, "Let's make this quick." And for anyone doubting that, I want to show you a particular interaction between Prince Harry, who's certainly got his performance chops on, and a clown, an adult clown, who operated at the hospital. And this clown, bless her, she even gives a curtsy to Prince Harry and Meghan, really trying her best. But Meghan, according to Sally, aka Sue Smith, says she looks manic, and I keep wondering, what is the point of this? And indeed, what you can see here is that Meghan wanted to get out of there as quickly as possible.
That "let's make this quick" comment reveals everything. She views sick children as obstacles to her brand building. The hospital clown shows more genuine care and respect than someone cosplaying as royalty for profit. The priorities are completely backwards.
Meghan is going through the motions, but is clearly annoyed that Harry is continuing the conversation and then actually walks off, making it clear that this is the power move and Harry must follow. So my reporting that she said, let's get this over with as quickly as possible is absolutely accurate and backed up by this footage.
Watch the power dynamic. She literally walks away while he's still engaging, forcing him to follow like a trained dog. The footage proves the hospital staff reports about her impatience and disrespect. She's controlling the narrative and the man.
Do you know a lot of people are talking about the refuge and the women's refuge and the fact that Meghan went down so well there? In fact, we have now discovered it was only one woman at the refuge who gave her a whole succession of compliments. The suggestion is that these could have actually been set up. Watch.
Classic media manipulation. One planted person gives glowing reviews, and suddenly it's a story about widespread support. This is how legacy media creates false narratives. The same tactics they used against Trump for years. Always check the actual numbers.
Still not sold. And Tash, it just so happens, with 3 days to go, there's more tickets. More tickets have just been released, with the Mail reporting that 3 days before the retreat begins, a post on her Best Live podcast Instagram account announced a final last-minute availability of tickets for 3 solo rooms and 2 double rooms at the 5-star Intercontinental Hotel on Coogee Beach. The caption reads, "Guest list now closing. Final availability due to movement. See you ladies this weekend. Can't wait." I think it's closed about 5 times now. And by the way, these type of headlines now being connected to the event as well. OnlyFans Kingpin tied to Meghan's Girls Weekend.
From Buckingham Palace to OnlyFans associations, this is the trajectory of someone who rejected traditional values for quick money. Multiple ticket releases show desperation, not demand. She's gone from royal respect to bottom-feeding celebrity culture.
But the point is, Tash, this is now what Meghan is exposing the British royal family to. On the one hand, she's cosplaying as a royal. On the other hand, there are headlines tying her event directly to OnlyFans.
This institutional damage happens when leadership won't set boundaries. King Charles's weakness enables this ongoing circus that degrades centuries of royal dignity. Strong institutions require strong leaders who enforce consequences, something Trump understood about American institutions.